Hello, good evening and welcome to the organ at Hammerwood Park. This instrument is based upon a very English theme manual instrument that served Londonderry Cathedral for a dozen years. But in addition to that, we have an extra department, an Italian sounding bombard with a lovely quintadina and a septime. Lovely exotic sound. We have here a German Baroque manual. And these departments here give us two whole sections which provide the stops for the Grande Choeur and the Grande Orgue, with all of the reeds coupled down onto the Grande Choeur. It's quite an exciting sound. We'll need the swell tune choir to do that, to get the trumpet from the recital expressive. And so here we've got a Grande Orgue with flue stops, and we are going to have reeds and mixtures on the choir. Let's find a few more of those. And then on the recital expressive we've got the standard principal diapason chorus, and we'll add some, we don't want that, I beg your pardon, we'll pull out the reeds there which will couple down to the Grande Choeur. And then of course we have the contrast between the Grande Orgue. Let's take the reeds off the pedals. It's very easy to miss a stop somewhere along the line. Quite great out there. And we've got those Moucherel reeds which are a bit strong for this. In contrast to probably a few more reeds that we can find there to couple down, but nevertheless it works quite well in that format. Now, in addition to that, and in addition to having the rather lovely Italian sounds on the bombard, that was probably what was missing from our Grande Choeur. Let's try that. With my connected the bombard and trompette from the bombard down to the choir, which will give us more of that Grande Choeur reeds. We want to add them. Now, in addition to that, here we have control with these extra stops I've inserted of some stops which are important changes to the original instrument. One of the reasons why I started doing this was that I wasn't too keen on the rather bland diapason. What else have I got coupled? We have 5 general cancel buttons at the moment, which does somewhat complicate things, but I will unify those in due course. Not too keen on that, it's a bit bland. And that diapason is much better, so we've got a good diapason here. But in addition to that, we've got a flute chorus. With 8/4/2. We also have a 12th as well. And we can see those on the indicator lights there. I will probably put some indicator lights on this. There's also a very, very nice vox humana, which one normally mixes with the flute at either 8-foot or 4-foot pitch, but in fact I like it at the 12th. that will be on the swell, and the principals will be these ones here. So we'll have 8/4-2. We have a crumb horn somewhere. That's the Brock leads there. 8/4-2. Now that division in principal chorus on the upper manual and flute chorus on the lower manual is actually very much an Italian effect. So here we have the principal chorus, and here we have the flute chorus. Oh, I've still got the trimming out. In addition to those basic stops on the swell, we have a nice gamba and voix celeste, and that is intended to replace the original, which I don't like at all. However, if one keeps the voix celeste of the original and adds the gamba and the voix celeste here, one gets a very, very rich string tone. We also have the gamba and the mixture, the sasquattra, which is, I think, a charming combination. And so amongst these stops here, in addition to which we have some nice pedal stops. There's the border. With bass boost and octave. Together with the trumpet. And so the idea of these stops, there's also an extremely nice sub-bass there. I'm having problems with that switch. And the idea of these stops here is that they're a very good introduction to visiting organists to look, to concentrate on in order to look as a starting place for other places to find interesting sounds. But amongst these we have an interesting 19-rank instrument. It's also something that is spiritually important. All of these stop knobs are in fact original antique ivory stop heads. And so this is my shrine to dead elephants. And this is a reminder that this instrument is here to help us to achieve in the mind's eye of people who would otherwise not listen to organ, the organ in a conservation area, as it were, a conservation reserve, so that organs don't end up as dead elephants. And that's why we're promoting the organ at Hammerwood Park. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you've enjoyed this introduction.